everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, please click that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content right here on this channel. So Disney and Marvel Studios are producing a lot of new content here for their streaming service. And one of the new shows that they're going to be producing is called She-Hulk. And of course, that story will revolve around the fact that the Hulk, Bruce Banner himself, has a cousin who is a lawyer, and her name is Jennifer Walters, and she is going to be getting her own series. So let's check out what could be considered some new details about this show. Maybe not if you know the comic book character, but for general audiences, this is some new information. So let's check it out over here at Screen Rant. She-Hulk show reportedly has character breaking the fourth wall in the show. New details reported about Marvel She-Hulk series claim that Jennifer Walters will break the fourth wall in the MCU Disney show. A show reportedly features the character doing that now that the Infinity Saga is over. The original 6 Avengers stories are either done or coming to a close. One of the ways the Marvel Cinematic Universe is combating these absences is by introducing new characters to fill that void. In the case of Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, he might still be around in Phase 4, but the MCU's primary Hulk character is shaping up to be his cousin, She-Hulk. The She-Hulk Disney Plus series was first announced by Marvel Studios back in 2019. It was later reported that orphan black star Tatiana Maslany was in talks to play the lead role, which was finally confirmed by the end of 2020. She-Hulk has been described as a 10-episode, half-hour comedy, one that will delve into Walter's career in law and as a superhero. The comedic approach was emphasized with Rick and Morty and Silicon Valley writer Jessica Gao landing the job of head writer on the series. Now there might be a new detail about how the comedy will be included. According to a report from The Direct, their sources have said that She-Hulk will feature Jennifer Walters breaking the fourth wall. The report notes that this will happen throughout the Disney Plus series, with Maslany's character even acknowledging that she is a character inside of the MCU. This element of She-Hulk is not yet confirmed by Marvel Studios, and this report does not know if the series itself will address why Walters as a character can break the fourth wall, which so far has not been done in the MCU to this degree. The concept of breaking the fourth wall is something that most comic book movie viewers will immediately attribute to Deadpool. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's basically when the character will talk directly to the audience in the theater or wherever it might be, and basically addresses the situation going on screen as if he knows that they're in a movie. So Ryan Reynolds' 2 movie appearances as the X-Men character repeatedly saw him address the audience directly and make jokes about the confusing X-Men movie franchise continuity. With Deadpool coming to the MCU, though, this isn't an example of Marvel Studios copying another popular superhero property. She-Hulk has broken the fourth wall multiple times in the comics, even if it isn't something the character has done much of recently. Still, this is another example of how Marvel Studios is pulling elements from different parts of the comics to make She-Hulk fit in the MCU. If She-Hulk does include Walters breaking the fourth wall, that leaves a major question about if it will be something she does throughout her MCU run, or if it is a device used only for the series. Either scenario presents some fascinating possibilities and gives She-Hulk plenty of unique comedy material. Perhaps the show will even address the Edward Norton-Mark Ruffalo recasting or Universal's ownership over Hulk's big screen rights, which is one reason why Walter's story is being told on the small screen, because they can't make a movie without paying the distribution rights to Universal Studios, who still own the Hulk distribution rights. So that's also why you've not seen a Mark Ruffalo movie standalone as well. That's why he's always in team-up films. So yeah, the question here is, is She-Hulk and Marvel stealing from the Deadpool character and breaking the fourth wall? Because that's what Deadpool's always been known for, correct? Actually, that's not the case. Well, Deadpool has always done it, but from what I understand, in the comics, She-Hulk did it even before Deadpool did. So if that's the case, it's the other way around. Deadpool stole it from She-Hulk. But again, that's semantics. Who cares? And I'm not even sure if that's accurate. I just read that somewhere, so we'll see. But to be honest, this is going to be a lot of fun, I think. It sounds like Jennifer Walters is going to be addressing the audience directly, and it's worked great for the Deadpool films and stuff like that. It adds a whole new comedic element to it, especially when the character is self-aware that they are in a film. To me, it's interesting to see that the MCU is going to take that route, especially since they're going to be bringing in Deadpool to the MCU. I don't know how many characters you want to have do that. Now, maybe you could have him interact with her and be like, hey, we're in a movie too. That could be fun. But to be honest, I mean, I'm not sure how this is going to go because obviously, I think the storyline for She-Hulk, if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm not the biggest comic book reader. I'm more of a movie, TV series watching kind of guy, and I've been following the comic book stuff through that. I've been learning about new characters through these series that we've been watching. And I believe the series of She-Hulk is basically the cousin of Bruce Banner. I believe I think she even gets cancer, and she has to get a blood transfusion from the only donor that she knows that has a match of blood type, and that is Bruce Banner. And of course, that's a problem because Bruce Banner has the Hulk inside of him, and his DNA has been altered. So when he, as a last ditch effort, has to save her life by giving her his blood, that's when she becomes She-Hulk, obviously, And I think even some incarnations, if not all of them, she's unable to change back from the Hulk. So she's always She-Hulk. So that could be an interesting wrinkle, too, if they follow through with that in the TV series. So I'm interested to see how this show is going to go. And, of course, her being a lawyer, we could also be getting, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, hopefully Charlie Cox version of it from Netflix in this series or, whatever it might be. There's always possibilities when you start introducing these lawyer characters and things like that and some of the, lower levels of the MCU. That's not necessarily like the higher echelons, like when it comes like the Avengers. But I think She-Hulk was even a member of the Avengers at some point and all that. It seems like everybody was in the comics at some point. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Again, I just don't know how much this is actually news if you know the She-Hulk character. From the sounds of things, she's always done it to a degree. And so, yeah, it's going to be new to general audiences. Be like, oh, she does it too. They're copying Deadpool. It's going to happen. It's the internet. People are going to say that. But that's when hopefully people will get educated and will understand that it's not always been the case. But the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about the idea that She-Hulk could be breaking the fourth wall when it comes to her new series coming out soon? Comment down below. Let me know. Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think that maybe they shouldn't do that and let Deadpool continue to be the only one on screen who does that? Let me know, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content right here on this channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
Target.